to actually go clock on. That would be a start, wouldn't it? When did Weber to go into shorts? It was 20 past 2. Ah, here we go. Hanging dog. Looks like we're not the hanging dog then, doesn't it? God. Let's go and see what's happening. Go and train some cadets. The millions or the law. Excuse me. Here we are, hanging dog.
With my needs.
I just want to demonstrate a head start by seeing it in reality. So, Albie, I'm gonna
Thanks,
have
Pete.
you chase after Frank after a 3-second head
Really?
start.
Okay.
Once he's done hugging Wallace. So good morning,
Good to see
Wallace.
you
Good to
too.
see you.
Good morning, everybody.
All right, Frank, go
Yeah.
ahead and run.
Huh?
3, 2, 1. Get after him, Albie. 3 seconds of a head start. Do you see how much, how far away he was from him in those 3 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
One of the most common demands are, well, I don't know if it's common anymore, but it used to be at some point because we bring it up in training all the time, is if outlaws ask for a head start, that's good, gentlemen. Okay. If outlaws ask for a head start, it's best not to give them time via seconds. I've heard of some people saying Well, I'll give you until the gate at the front of the ranch, and then we'll start pursuing. Something that they can't say, oh, I asked for 10 seconds and you started chasing at 5 because I count seconds differently than you do. Other than that, some ideas of unreasonable demands is that gun on your hip looks nice, or we want money, things like that. Anything else we will let come with the training. Do you have any questions so far?
So, based on the criteria, what we could use to negotiate is a head start, but not money and not personal items or goods, such as guns and whatnot. Is there anything else we can use to negotiate with?
So, weapons specifically is as to not disarm yourself. Certain things on your person, like, I wouldn't give over anything that I personally own, but let's say there's a general store across the street, and they ask for a can of beans. That's reasonable within reason, but let's say we're in Rhodes, there's no ice cream around, and they ask for ice cream. You're not going to realistically be able to get them ice cream by the time they're done with the bank robbery, and even if you do, it would be melted. There's a bit more to it than that. If anybody else has anything they would like to add, if you have further questions, please go ahead and do so.
Did you explain the number 2?
No, I didn't.
All right. So, Nightman, let's say that you're the first person to attend the bank getting robbed. Defaults mean that you become the negotiator, but you will have a second person who will relay messages to others. So let's say you turn up at the bank first, it's getting robbed. I turn up second, I will be your second person, so you will be stood negotiating with the ne'er-do-wells, and any information that they give or that you want to communicate to the rest of the deputies who are around, I am your number 2, so I go back and forth between you and other people in the town, make sure messages get communicated, things like that.
All right, I understand. So you essentially become like a messenger for the first person.
That's right.
Right.
They are also in charge of tactics such as trying to position deputies where they are needed, such as if you find out that they want to head out south from town and your horses are currently south from town, you would want the second in command to let the other deputies know, hey, we need to move our horses to the north. Things like that. Oh, there is something that is also to be remembered for every single bank robbery. It is a violent situation. They are more than likely having a hostage. Guns are more than likely drawn by the bank robbers, so you at all
Trying to
times
find the
should have a firearm at
emote
the ready,
that
be it like this with your
whoever
long
uses.
arm, and you should be in cover to the best of your abilities. Some places might not have great cover, such as the Valentine Bank, so if folks are robbing the Valentine Bank, you would typically want to stand off to the left of the bank here by the corner, to where you're in somewhat cover as compared to in the middle of the street, wide open.
All right. For the purpose of this exercise, would you like for me to get a long arm?
You can have your pistol at your side as long as it's unloaded.
Sure. Right.
Does anyone else have anything to add?
Nope, not that I can think of.
Alright. Frank and Albie, go ahead and go on in. Albie, you are the criminal. Weber, you are the hostage. But if you've got any ideas for the pair of you to do. And I will simply observe, but respond to this as if you've got a full 6. You 3 are the fellow deputies. Whoever you choose as your second is your second. I will simply observe.
Oh goodness. Apologies.
Great. No,
I'm
you're
having
fine.
little headaches. Sometimes
You're all good.
my ears get a little bit blocked.
I have that
Okay.
effect on people.
Wilson.
Give me just 2 seconds. I'm just gonna
Sure.
my ears a little bit just to make sure.
We might need a few
Alright.
seconds out here, by the way, gentlemen.
All right, Herd. Let us know.
Don't light your
We
dynamite.
will. Speaking of a few seconds, I need a moment to myself, so I will be back very quickly.
No worries.
All right.
Enjoy. All right, so who do you want as your second?
Makes no difference to me, but I think I'll pick Weber.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, not a bad choice.
Terrible choice.
Yeah,
No
it's pretty
kidding.
bad.
Should we wait for Winona?
Yeah.
Alright.
What we could do is we could decide which way we want to push them or which side you want the boys to stand. So imagine, we're about to walk up to the bank. You're gonna probably be by that crate there so you can hear, but maybe you want the boys this side or maybe that side over there. Whip them into position.
Yes, I think I'd want there to be some cover on all fronts, spread out
Mhm.
a little bit, but not too far apart, so that we can still communicate. But they'll be able to have, I suppose, insight into the building through windows in other angles that I might not.
Man,
Did
sorry.
I say boys?
No, that was me.
Oh.
Seen our majestic beards?
That is true, actually. Very good.
We are
How
the
do you get 'em without
definition
the
of
gaps?
man bears.
Yeah.
Okay, Team Man Bear. Yeah, you gotta think if they're gonna escape, they're probably gonna go, that way. So we don't want to be in their way because they might take that as a threat.
So in the situation, you would be stood somewhere safe outside of the bank, and your second would be close by, and you would then inform your second where you want your other deputies to be. It's not really for you to relay your orders to everybody. You only need to really speak to your second.
All right.
I'll do the rest.
Okay. All right.
You folks ready?
Yeah, we're waiting for you.
All right. I believe everybody's ready. And I am not actually in this scenario, I'm just observing.
All right.
Wait.
Bang!
Oh,
They're gonna blow it up.
They're gonna blow up the bank. Goddamn ne'er-do-wells. There you go.
Bang!
That was better.
okay. All right, Saints Crossing Sheriff's Department. Who do we have inside?
Lot of people doing some criminal activity. Who's it in there?
I am Deputy Nightman.
Deputy Nightman, I hear you.
Yes, and who is inside? Can I have your names?
My name's LB Husk of the Husk Gang.
Of the Husk Gang. All right.
That's right.
Is it just you in there today?
Me and 6 others, as well as an hostage.
I see.
5 others.
Can I hear the hostage? Can they confirm that they've been unharmed?
Speak, hostage, speak. Yeah, I'm fine. They haven't hurt me or nothing.
All right, so I'm assuming you're not exactly in there with the intentions to have a tea party. So, what is it that you'd like today?
We need you to move to the other side,
Right now,
as in where we
I'd
are.
also like some stews.
She said spread out.
I know, just change your mind.
4
Of
stews.
course she did.
All right, we can provide you with 4 stews. What
Pronto.
else are your demands?
Oh, just give me the stews for there. I want the stews for there, and then we can discuss more.
All right, well, I can get you the stews, but in return, you can tell me a little bit about what your plans are after you've done doing what you need to do in there.
All right, well, once the bank's done, it's gonna be about 3 more minutes. We're gonna be heading south out of here.
You're going to be heading south, all
Heading
right?
south.
Stu's on their way.
I want clear passage.
All right. You want clear passage and you're going to be headed south. Now, I can hand you the stews in exchange for the hostage if
No,
they
no, I
remain
want the stews
unharmed.
Stews first.
There's a little progressive thing that
I
I'm going
think
to be
it's a
doing
fair
with
compromise.
Wallace, where
Stews for the
I feel like
hostage,
his human
and
touch
you get a clear
doesn't
passage
really
out of
exist.
town.
Like now, there's a lot of
But we
quiet
will be
times and
pursuing.
whatever, and we're just watching, seeing what's going on. So
Oh,
I've
give me
decided
the
to make a bit
stews
of
first. I
a
want the
internal
stews at the
monologue
door.
about his thoughts and whatever.
If I leave
Obviously,
the
right now
stews at the
he's
door,
at work. Everything's going
I
on.
might have
um,
to give you a little less
yeah.
leeway when you leave out of town, so you're going to have
If
to
you-
work with me here.
If you
I've,
don't
uh,
leave the stews at the door, I might put
I've
an
been
hole in
pretty
this
performed.
here fella's face.
I've been performing pretty well at
I
work.
wouldn't advise doing that because then we would
Asking the
likely
right
have to
questions
breach,
and becoming
and you
FTO
are inside of
certified.
the building, you wouldn't have anywhere to escape.
Also,
So think about it here.
expressing interest
giving
in
you a very
undercover
clear-
certification. Getting stuck into everything. Making some good arrests. Creeds, Petey Mudd, Sylvana, amongst others. I know you don't get extra points for number of arrests or quality of arrests, but it's still something.
I would not be able to do that.
I spent a year and a half as a deputy and barely made any arrests and just bitched about people running into gunfire. Just for glory. And I just maintained a presence in towns, and that's important too, I know. Also been in a few shootouts since. Creeds and Bedlams keep us on our toes, amongst other criminals too.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I'm glad that I'm doing this training.
I won't give you my horse.
Means that the new deputies that come up through the ranks are able to be part of this new generation and not remnants of the old one, I guess.
That's the best you're going to get. But you're not to take anyone's horses. That's the best I can do. But you also will get charged for that, since the horses don't belong to you. I need my horses, and so do the other deputies here.
Are you just giving me permission for taking the horse?
No, I'm giving you a compromise here.
All
Because I need
let
mine.
me just speak to my compadres, all right?
Can you not just ride with one of your other men instead? That way you don't need to take anyone's horse. You just mount one with one of your comrades and leave town. Surely that's more than sufficient. There are six of you in there.
Yeah, that's right. We'll do that.
All right. So you're not taking anyone else's horse. You're going to give the hostage in exchange for the stew. You're going to leave south out of town, and we will be pursued.
Okay, that's no problem. All right, well, my people are done.
All right. Let's get
Okay.
ready. We'll exchange the stews for the hostage, and then we'll mount up.
Make sure you
Okay,
reiterate
copy
about the
that.
hostage coming out
Where would
safely.
you like the hostage?
All right. I want to see the hostage outside safely and unharmed. And once the hostage is out here, you'll get your stews.
All right. Here you get. Go on.
Howdy.
Go on.
Me.
Go on,
Howdy.
fuck off.
There.
All right, you
Run.
can come towards me. And the stews are just over there with my colleague.
Give me the stews, you big
Don't,
fuck.
don't point your gun at me.
You can put your gun down. He's only going to give
No,
you
go away.
stews.
You know.
You don't want the stews anymore? All right.
Wow.
I worked hard on that
And
stuff.
scene.
All right.
Beautiful acting.
Wait, are we doing the pursuit part?
No, we're not doing the pursuit part. just
God,
yet.
I was gonna say we're pretty slow off the
Sim-
uptake there.
Simply for the fact that this is her first bank scenario, I don't want to overwhelm you with too much at once.
Do apologise, I'm not criminally minded.
Fine.
How do you think you did?
I'm not sure. I kind of the donkey kind of threw a curveball at me, and I was like, I don't want to give my horse, but I also don't want to encourage stealing another horse. So I'm like, well, we'll get charged for it. I think we managed to get another compromise there at the end that he decided not to by encouraging him to go with his comrades instead.
Hmm. Something I observed, and this might be a hard pill to swallow, but most times in a bank robbery, unless the criminal themselves says they want to trade the hostage for something, when they make a demand, 9 times out of 10 they're going to keep the hostage in the bank with them. Unless, say, you've got a criminal that directly says, hey, I've got 3 hostages and I only wanted 1. Let's say I give you 2 of these hostages and you only give me 1 count of hostage taking. You might come across that, and I'm not going to fault you for trying to negotiate for the hostages' freedom sooner, but if the way you go about it typically would be to negotiate away a charge. Otherwise, you were very much in control of that situation, or at least you were showing the confidence to make it seem like you were in charge, which is something to remember. They have the hostage, or even if they don't have a hostage, they are in our town, they are in a bank, robbing it. The reasons we do not just go in there and breach is the town is where a lot of people live, where a lot of people make their money, earn their money, have their businesses. We don't want to shoot out where people are just trying to live. We don't want those kind of things. And if there's a hostage, we don't want to unnecessarily start violence in a town. You want them to feel like they're in charge, but they're not in charge. You are. And if they threaten the hostage in any way, which you've already matched that of he threatened the hostage and you let him know immediately, hey, you do that and it's not going to go well for you. Go right on ahead.
Actually, a question that you just brought up that I've never actually kind of dealt with before. What are our abilities to negotiate charges? Like, is that something that would be reasonable for the example you made of the hostages?
If that is the very first thing and it's not done at the end, the quicker it's done, absolutely. But if they say so at the very end when they're about to leave, absolutely not.
All right.
Only if it's at the very start of the scenario. If it's halfway through or past, no.
All right.
We had that down in Rhodes the other day. They accidentally took 2 hostages. I don't know how that happened, but I think they had their hostage in the bank, and then somebody else came in and they pointed guns. And Deputy West was negotiating, I think. And straight up, we said that when they told us about that, we said, "Well, let one of them go. We'll just give you the 1 charge, or you could let both of them go, and we won't give you either charge." But they still kept 1.
Does anyone else have any feedback to give to Miss Knightman?
I thought you did really well. My only thing would be, did you get the name of the hostage?
No, I didn't actually.
Okay.
I was really focused on the name of the criminal.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
So-
remember that for next time.
Well, just as someone who has been taken hostage, being referred to as the hostage in a situation like that is not very pleasant. If you say something like, we're going to get Jane back, Jane, you're going to be fine, all things like that, it makes them feel a lot less stressed about a situation. The criminals will always refer to them as the hostage, I imagine, but if you're referring to them by their name, I think that gives them a sense of confidence in what you're saying as well.
Yes, I think it also reestablishes their sense of humanity in that moment as well, being forced in a situation against their consent. Okay, that's good to know.
I think you did very well indeed. You kept me on my toes, I will say that.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Crumbled
have-
a few times, did I, Weber?
You did, yeah. You had to ask me as the hostage for advice. Well, you're not in training on this one, LB. This is just a me kind of thing, and I think it should just be a thing that the department does. So when LB said, "Yeah, I'm LB Husk. I'm here with the Husk gang," my first question to that would be, "Oh, who else is in there with you?" Because I have this thing where I just want to know who's in there. I want to know which gang members are in there. Most people, they will introduce themselves in that situation. The ne'er-do-wells that are inside the bank, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But it makes things a lot easier as well afterwards, I guess.
I'm honestly surprised at how often criminals are very willing to give up their first and last names.
I think that's because there's a high percentage of them that just do it for a pissing contest.
That's
Oh,
fair.
look at me! I need attention. Here's my name. Give me attention. Pretty
They
much.
want to be the Billy Big Bollocks of the town. That's why they don't care about giving their names away.
I think feedback from myself, the only thing that I would say is regular check-ins with the hostage is important. They need reassurance. Make sure that, everything's going to be okay. We're going to get you out of here safe. Don't worry, just listen to my voice. Everything's going to be fine. And even just gradual, whatever the hostage's name is. Are you okay in there? How are you doing? It helps to de-escalate it further as well as using their name.
All right.
Right.
How do you
I
feel about
appreciate the
going? All right. I did
sorry,
not
say that
mean to interrupt you. You go right on ahead and say what you were going to say.
Oh, I was just saying thank you for feedback.
How
You know,
would you feel?
sorry. You know what my favorite
Go
thing was, Nightman? Your tone is great. The way you stay calm, but you sound authoritative, and you're very quick to respond to what they're saying. I really like that about you. I think you're going to be a mighty fine deputy.
I agree.
Thank you. I do try to remain calm as much as I can. I feel like if I let them see how nervous I am, I might give them the upper hand. So I try to remain that tone with them.
Wonderful. How would you feel about another scenario like that? And this time at the end of it, we will add the pursuit. So we'll have 3 people in the bank acting as the criminals. If you want to have one of you act as a hostage, that is up to you. But afterwards, we will have 3 pursued by 3.
I don't have a horse, babe. My horse is ran away.
You are correct.
I was actually going to say, I was going to head off here if y'all don't mind. I was going to check and make sure Undersheriff doesn't need a hand or...
No, that's absolutely fine. We have been out here for a good while so far, so checking in on towns is a wonderful idea.
Morning coffee. But great work, everybody. I'll be...
We do have someone else on their way, coming pretty quick.
Oh.
Looks to be
That was
Wainwright.
Wainwright.
It's Wainwright.
Wainwright
All right,
replace me then.
Perfect timing.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Howdy, Wainwright.
I hope you don't
Howdy,
mind. I
Wainwright.
just need to borrow Winchester for a hot minute. I won't be a second.
Okay.
It was only important. I wouldn't do it otherwise. My apologies.
Well,
All right.
Can't wait.
Good luck with the rest of the
You
training.
take care.
Nightman, y'all take care.
Thank
see
you.
you later.
Good work,
Take
y'all.
care. Weber, whilst Winchester is occupied, could I borrow you for a second?
Of course. Excuse me.
I hear wolves.
Yeah, I could definitely hear
Around the
them.
back of the
I'll be
house.
behind.
Wolves. Okay.
Coming around the front.
I think they'll take care of them, but I'm gonna load this anyway.
I got it.
I think
okay,
that's
Weber.
less of a wolf and more of Swiss cheese at the minute.
Huh?
I got it.
It's okay, Weber, it's dead. It's
It
alright.
can't hurt you anymore.
All right.
All right, what's up? Oh, did you hear my lips make a weird noise then?
No, not at all.
All right, what's up?
Oh,
Oh, I thought you were really good.
well, I believe that it is my duty to inform a senior deputy or above when a ne'er-do-well wants to meet up with me with no law presence.
Helmst.
Asher Creed.
Asher Creed.
I'm very highly inclined and enthusiastic to say I want it to happen. I'm really, really trying to work on him to try and better himself.
All right.
We've been telegramming each other, and he wants me to go and meet him. He wanted me to meet him yesterday, but I couldn't make it. And he also telegrammed me to say we'll have to rearrange. But he wants no law presence because he wants to believe that he can trust me, and I really want to keep that rapport because I'm trying to get him away from Pappy.
All right. Is Pappy still in Siska right now? Do you know?
You remember when they were in town the other day in Valentine and they're on about opening a cafe?
All right. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
after Siska.
That was
wasn't it?
after, yeah.
All right. Okay.
They're claiming to be reformed, and neither of them are wanted for anything, so technically they're not criminals right now, but given their capacity, I know that it's right to inform y'all and let you know that that's something that he really wants to happen. He's also asked me for a favor, too.
Do you know what that is yet?
No. He said, I really need a favor, and you help me, I'll help you. But he wants to meet me at the Emerald Saloon, and he has explicitly said that he will be alone, and he wants me to be alone too.
Right. Okay. So, first of all, go for it if you think it's the right thing to do. This is the part where I usually give you all the goddamn bullshit about how risky it is and blah, 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 and I think you already appreciate that.
Yep.
We would always recommend that you let people know what you was doing.
All right, gentlemen.
Sure.
Apologies for interrupting conversations.
All right.
Were you in the middle of something?
Yes.
We were, but it can
can
wait.
wait.
We can pick it up
I
again in a
mean-
second.
If it's important, I will step aside and we will wait for you to be done.
It's only going to take a minute or two.
Go ahead.
So you have to tell people that you're doing this.
Yeah.
You can say that I agreed that you do that. I mean, you do know that they carved letters into somebody's chest the other day. They tried to drown people. You know all that?
Believe me, I've seen it. Not from them. Been through it all.
Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Well,
This ain't new territory for me.
I understand. All right. Well, it's high risk, and I would recommend that you have somebody at least in the area. If you're meeting somebody at the saloon there, you know there's the trail that goes up to, like, I don't know what it is, like an old shack at the top of the hill there
Oh,
going
you mean
north
the
out of it.
speakeasy?
Yeah, that one. Well, by the track that goes up, there's a tree line there which somebody could stand in and have a look over the telegram office and the saloon. I would recommend somebody stands there and just watches.
He specifically requested that there was no presents, which I know that probably won't happen. I ain't stupid. But he also said that there can be no reports about this.
All right.
And I would prefer it to remain within a select number of people because it only takes one person to read the report and then go to him and say, what do you want with Wilson? And then that's the whole thing gone. I really want to establish a line of communication with him where I can hopefully stop him from doing stupid shit.
All right, do it. If you feel confident with this, then do it. You understand the risk. I don't have to tell you all about the risk involved. You've obviously thought about that. So if you feel this is the best thing to do, then you do it. What about if he confesses to murdering 10 people, but you've said no report?
He meant no report of me going to meet him. I could write the report afterwards.
All right. Do it. Do it!
All right. Thank you.
Please don't die.
I don't intend on doing. And honestly, I don't think he's going to do that.
All right.
As much as I don't want him to continue to commit crimes, I'm also worried about the Vincent fella that he's taken under his wing, too. So I'm trying to save them both.
All right. Well, good luck to you. I mean, last time I did something like this, I got shot in both legs and stabbed in the gut.
Right. I'll bear that in mind.
But
if I send out a tip on the day and I say, going to Emerald Saloon, if I'm not back in 45 minutes from now, come find me.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
All right.
I'll make sure that you're informed when the meeting's gonna happen, and I'll make sure there's maybe a couple of seniors that know about it, just to make sure in case you're asleep.
All right. Sounds good. Let's do it.
Thank you.
How do you think you've been doing so far, Husk?
To be honest with you, mate, I feel like I could do better, but I feel like everybody thinks that.
Well, your cadet phase is when you are expected to make mistakes, and it is when we are here to help guide you with those through those mistakes.
Yes, babe.
We're gonna go ahead and run Miss Nightman through one more bank training. We are gonna forego the pursuit afterward for the fact that most of us have been out here for a significant amount of time, and it would be good to check back in on the town. This time I'm going to ask Wallace and Jane to be inside the bank. Whoever wants to be the criminal, go right on ahead. If you both want to be criminals, go right on ahead.
Weber, I think you should be a criminal.
All right, I can do that.
After you.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
I can't remember. Have you met Cassandra?
No.
All right.
Okay, I need to think of an accent. I'm gonna. Wow. I'm ready.
Oh my god, please don't shoot me.
Wow. Wait, we need a backstory. You're just the cleaner, and I walked in and stole you.
All right.
Okay.
Y'all ready?
Ready.
Okay. Bang!
Oh my god.
Shut up, Cassandra.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god, Cassandra's been taken hostage again.
That's right, bitch. I got her.
Saints Crossing Sheriff's Department. What's going on in there?
We're taking some money out.
She's got a gun.
A distressed woman in there. Who
No,
is
I'm
it?
fine. I'm fine. I'm not distressed.
Oh. Do you have a hostage in there? Is that what I'm hearing?
I've just got a cleaner in here. She just walked in.
I'm just here to clean the bank. Please don't hurt
Right,
me.
now, what's What's your name?
It's Cassandra.
Cassandra? Haven't you been in a situation already recently?
Yeah, twice before.
Alright, well, don't worry, we're gonna get you out there safely, alright?
I just love cleaning banks.
Well, maybe we can discuss a career choice after, but have they harmed you at all?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Alright, well, let's try and keep it that way. So, the person who is looking to make a withdrawal, what's your name? What would you like me to address you as?
I am Cassandra.
You are also named Cassandra.
Yep, and I'm here with my 3 sisters, Cassandra, and Cassie.
I see. And together you are the...
Joneses.
Right, the Joneses gang. I see. Well, what can I do to ensure that that hostage comes out unharmed during this charade?
Oh, what can you do for me? I don't even know who you are.
I am Deputy Nightman.
Nightman. What do we want from Nightman? I would like a wagon.
What sort of wagon are we talking here?
A real fancy one with the lights on it.
How about 2 wagons?
Oh, Cassie says 2.
Teamspeak.
She's just holding her ears for a second.
Are we getting 2 wagons?
We're getting 2 wagons. And no dead Cassandras.
Oh, please don't kill me.
Alright. If you give me a moment, I'm just going to discuss this. I won't be too long.
All right. Time's ticking for Cassandra.
Jane, can you just open the door a little bit? She sounds, I think it's closed real tight.
That better.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. How do you think it's going?
There's a lot of Cassandras. How do you like Cassandra?
I love her. I think you should bring her out at parties.
Robert Cassandra.
All right.
Well, listen.
Mm-hmm.
I know you want 2 wagons, but are you sure you want them? Because they're quite flimsy. And I mean, I've seen a lot of horrible accidents happen on the road with those wagons. Don't you just want to play it safe and use your horses to make sure you get out of town?
You don't get on the most wanted list for being safe.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
2 fucking wagons.
Cassie says 2 wagons. Final offer.
I will get you 2 wagons, but I'm keeping one of them to keep it fair to chase you with it. But you and your crew get the other one, but I do want the hostage first. And in the meantime, one of my other deputy colleagues is going to rent it out for you. How does that sound? I think that's more than fair, considering we're also going to be on a wagon.
Let me think about it. I don't know, because there's a lot of us, and we might not all fit on one wagon.
Oh, you can fit.
I just don't want to die.
Shut up, Cassandra. All right, we get a wagon, and we get the rest of us on horses.
If you get the rest of your horses, then half of my deputies are going to be on horseback too.
Tell
That's
her
fine.
we want a 5-minute head start.
And we'd like to get a head start of at least 5 minutes.
Well, I'm definitely not going to do that, but I'm going to give you until the pole at the front gate there. Give you a nice head start. Final offer.
I don't know, Cassie. I think that's pretty reasonable.
Well, you're the boss here. I just work here.
All right, I accept your terms. We get a wagon and we get to the pole before you use chases.
Right, then I want to see the hostage Cassie or Cassandra unharmed, and I want to be able to see and hear her first before I even bring out
Okay,
this
stand
wagon
up.
to you.
That's right. Keep your hands up.
Okay.
There she is. You can see her in the window.
Alright, okay. Well, we're going to bring the wagon out front, and
Mm-hmm.
you swap it over for Cassandra. And then you can load yourselves up into that wagon and we will be chasing you. Understood?
I understand.
Alright.
All right. Okay, Cassandra, to the door. We're coming out.
Okay.
Alright.
Where am I going?
You come towards me.
Who's me?
Just here. Just me here at the front.
Woohoo! Freedom!
Alright, get on your wagons and get out of town.
I'm gone.
Alright, this is eventually where we would...
What do you mean you're
proceed.
gone? We're actually doing the pursuit. Get out of here.
No, we ain't.
No, we're not.
No, we
No,
ain't.
Well,
we're not.
we're not doing
Oh.
pursuit, we're just
I don't
playing
even
on
have a
that.
wagon.
We're not going to, simply for the fact that we've been out here a very significant amount of time, some of us. So
I thought you said you were for that reason, and we were gonna ride on back to Strawberry.
I mean, that's not a bad idea to do after we discuss how we feel she did and how she feels she did. Speaking of, what do you think you did that time?
I forgot to include my name.
Oh.
I forgot to introduce myself at the beginning, but Jane did remind me and I quickly corrected that. I thought the wagon was questionable but reasonable because I know that they are very cheap to rent and it's more reasonable than something ridiculous. So I went along with it, but I tried to make it fair and even, and I also tried to discourage them by letting them know about the accidents I've seen people have on wagons. And then when they said that they were going to, have half on the wagon, half on horses, I tried to even it out and match them and let them know that I would be doing that.
How does everyone else think she did?
I liked it. I liked that one. That was good. Again, I love your tone and how you remain calm during all of that. So I really like that. And yeah, I mean, the wagon for me is always a gray area. I always try and discourage if I ever get that. Most people just bring a wagon if they're going to use it, I guess. I like the way you spoke with the hostage and you responded to the feedback we gave you after the first one. So yeah, I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Anyone else have any feedback?
I thought it was great. I think you talked me down out of some unreasonable requests very nicely. You kind of explained why you were doing it, which helped me understand why. Obviously, we threw you a curveball with the Cassandra situation, but I just thought it was funny.
I
I
think you were
think-
very, very authoritative. Sorry.
Everything that everybody has said, but out of my mouth instead.
I noticed very quickly that when they asked for the head start, you remembered what I told you earlier about a landmark. I think that was really well done. For the sake of... Honestly, I do believe that you've got a good handle on this, but I am also someone that would like to have some other deputies that see how you do on this. But you haven't done negotiation training with anyone else, have you?
No, this is the first the taste of it, I suppose. I haven't done any negotiations before.
And this is your third ride along?
Second?
Okay. Simply for that fact, I will hold off on signing you off on that unless Frank disagrees and thinks that you should be.
No, I always feel that cadets should do things twice with different sets of deputies.
Right. Fair enough. I do believe you've done really well. You've handled this well. I just want some fresh eyes and ears to see how you do on one more, and then you'll probably be signed off on that. Let's go ahead and make our way back to Strawberry. But Wallace had a fantastic idea of making it a pursuit as well. So, if someone wants to be a criminal trying to escape to their apartment in Strawberry...
Team Cassie.
Team Cassie?
Fine. Cassie's can do it.
Cassie's can do it. Let's go, Cassandra.
Albie, you want to get on with me?
Once we're all mounted up, we'll have you two flee towards Strawberry. If she says anything about a warning shot and bang, we'll just turn it into a patrol.
Okay. Now, do we want to go the pronghorn side or the other side?
You're the boss, Cassie.
Okay. Well, if we go the other side, we're less likely to run into people, so we'll go this way. Come on, Cassies.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey, Heidi,
Okay, across the field.
I think we're gonna get away with this.
I think we are too. Team Cassie, the best team.
Ain't no other Cassie like Cassie's.
Ain't none of us. We'll probably slow it down a bit so she can actually catch up. Oh no, they're gaining on us.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh God.
Stop your horses.
I don't
No.
want to. You're really mean. I don't like your hat. That's not true. I do actually really like it.
time to let you know about a warning shot is when your horse has run about as halfway as you think it could.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hans, turn yourselves in. Stop the horses.
No, thank you.
No way.
Shut up.
Oh, mind the wagon.
Watch the wagon. Or don't.
Howdy, mister.
I thought we lost them then.
Me too.
Bang.
Orange shot just went off.
Oh, all right. We'll
Alright.
stop. We'll
Warning
stop.
shots happen. Go ahead and stop.
Because that always happens.
Every time.
Every time.
That during an actual situation, if you fire a warning shot, give it a few, fire another if they haven't already opened fire on you, because most times they're not gonna stop.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
All right, we'll have you lead us to Strawberry, Nightman.
Yeah, I can leave Strawberry.
Do you know where you are?
Do I know what? Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
Get into formation 1-2-2.
1, 2, 2.
her.
2-2 heard.
Right. pick it up to a gallop.
Let's get on a gallop. Yeehaw the heck out of here.
Ain't
And I
that
will say
right?
that is a little bit of an unconventional pursuit training. That gives you a bit of a taste of it.
Sort of
We will
donkey
do our
does
best
it.
to
What
give
do
you
people say you
a bit
are?
more of a proper one, where we're not just throwing you straight into it.
Right.
All right.
Where's that Elway?
Donkey goes ER, doesn't it?
I don't think so.
I think overall you did pretty well, though. Huh.
Oh, shit.
Going left.
Oh, left.
Left.
Left hurt. Frank.
Did you just call me then, Winchester?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we get back to town, I'd like a quick aside with you.
All right. Everyone wants a piece of Frank.
Wagon.
Right, slowing down to a trot and
Slowing down to a
Okay.
trot.
I'm gonna head to telegrams and send a tip in that we're back.
All right.
You would like to.
Howdy, mister.
So, did you want me to send the tip in?
Oh,
I
Winchester's
think
doing it.
Winchester is.
You good?
I see. Okay.
Oh. Who they gawking at up there? Oh, howdy.
No.
Yes,
No. Stay out there where you belong.
that's crazy to say. Wait.
Hello.
Hi.
Come on in. Very well done today.
Thank you.
Oh, and
Barrel.
Barrel, goddammit.
I also want to say that you are very privileged to meet hostage Cassandra on your first time.
Yes, that was quite impressive.
Thank you.
It's quite the skilled vocal range you have there.
I get that from my mother. Both.
He was looking through it.
I'll let you out. Get out,
Ooh.
Bailey.
No!
We're all going outside because you came in.
Oops.
Oh shit, okay. Oh. Just gonna...
And for the record, Weber loves Cassandra. In fact, I think if he wasn't married, he'd marry Cassandra.
Wonder how Jane would feel about that.
Oh, she'd marry Cassandra too. It's fine.
A nice three-way couple.
Yeah, yeah. Just go on ahead and change your shirt already.
Before
Goddamn.
before I
I
forget,
look good in
can I get
blue.
some feedback?
Absolutely. I will write it down on my to-do list because I have to go to sleep momentarily. But I promise
I
you,
win.
you will get feedback.
Thank you.
Hi, Bailey. Good to see
Hey,
you.
why no. Yeah, good to see you too. I win.
Shut
bed
the
then.
heck up.
I'll be.
Hey, mate.
Albie. Whatever am I gonna do with you, Albie?
Not too sure, babe.
Not too sure. Why not?
I don't know what I've done wrong. Don't look at me like that.
What do you
There's a
mean you
piece
don't
of
know?
paper I'm trying to find here. Give me a minute.
Yep.
All right. I know what I'm gonna do with you, actually.
Oh, babe.
I haven't seen anything concerning from you today. In fact, I'm actually pretty impressed with what I've seen.
Oh,
So, in your paperwork, there's going to be some things checked off now, which is going to bump you up somewhere. You are no longer a cadet, you are a senior cadet.
Woohoo!
Which means
Congratulations.
the rules for you have changed ever so slightly.
Congrats.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Well done.
So, as a senior cadet, you are now able to actively patrol with members of the SCSD.
Hey,
While
babe.
you are on patrol, a senior deputy plus, or FTO, is able to get you equipment from the cabinet of a sheriff's office to use while on duty, but only so long as you are with a senior deputy plus or an FTO. Once you have finished your shift, or the officer that has been supervising you leaves, those items must be given back to the department. There are very few exceptions to this. So, aka, no exceptions unless you are directly told by that supervising officer.
Yes, babe.
When on duty, you must be with an FTO and or a senior plus to act as a senior cadet. You must stay by their side in order to act. If no FTO or senior plus are present, you are under the regular rules of a cadet. You may not act in a situation unless you have the approval from the senior or FTO on a case-by-case basis, and you may not act before the senior or FTO does, and this also very much includes medical situations. Do you have any questions? That's when you just follow their lead, but you do need the permission of the senior or FTO to act, and you must do your best to stay by them at all times.
Yes, babe.
There are certain case-by-case bases, like with me. If I'm the only senior in a group and we are 6 of us, I'm leading the gunfight, and I go down, if the fight continues, just because I have gone down does not mean you are to leave the situation. You are to stay with the deputies with you, but this is purely for me. Other
babe.
seniors and FTOs might do it a little differently.
Okay, ma'am. Just check in and make sure, you know, what they want me to do, type thing. Okay.
This is something that is going to change from deputy to deputy and so forth and so on. But I do believe that you are going to be able to handle yourself well as a senior cadet. Just make sure you
Going to sleep.
let those with you know that yes, you are a senior cadet. As long as you were with a senior deputy, FTO, and so forth and so on, you can do as
Goodbye,
needed.
Weber.
Okay, babe. Thank you very much. I really appreciate
Shut the fuck
it.
up.
Go ahead and write up the feedback.
Take off the shirt and put something else on.
I'll think
One
about it.
Senior cadet.
Good night,
Oh,
everybody.
fantastic. Good night.